I'm gonna let a few people come in. This is gonna be a pretty much audio only video that I'm gonna attempt to make here. I just went live on my phone. Um, so I just spent the last hour and 20 minutes watching the uh, Juan Savin and Nino Rodriguez video on YouTube. And I wanted to make a quick reaction video. And I'm going to throw a couple highlights. Um, I thought it was pretty interesting. I thought it was an interesting video. Um, it kind of got into some of the stuff about, like Jetson White, like that video. Kind of, he was talking about like the hexagons in his book, and he was talking about Melania's dress, and some of those types of things, which I thought was really interesting. And he also mentioned that there's going to be a basically like he kind of explained warp speed in a way that made sense to me for the first time, which is why I was inspired to stay up and make a video right now, right? So my thoughts about this are he's saying that the reason Trump basically did warp speed was he wanted to um, like how do I put this, like kind of like to accelerate the really evil plan. Like his job, he was going to accelerate the evil plan. That's why he did warp speed, right? So that kind of makes sense to me when he was talking about basically making the enemy expend all their fuel, and he mentioned, did you think that we are in the underdog position? Because I think it's pretty obvious by now that Juan is connected with the space program in some way. I think he mentioned like being on a ship in that video. I don't know. I mean, I still think you should watch it. But it's not every day that I watch a video that actually sends chills down my spine. And he was talking mostly in code, so um, I just think that you should definitely check it out. It's really interesting. There's a lot of good content there. It's definitely one of the better videos I've seen in a while. Even though it's kind of frustrating because he does kind of talk in parables and things of this nature. So it can be a little bit excruciating. Like when he was making the point about David and Goliath, I felt like he spent a little bit too much time on that. But I think it's a very significant video. It's obviously like we've been saying on this channel, it's going to get worse before it gets better. I do expect there to be shock events coming around the middle of this month. I can just feel it. Like it feels like a powder keg. It's like we're living in a giant powder keg right now. So it looks like what Juan is basically saying is that they're gonna come out with like a strict type mandate situation, and there's going to be there's a lot of moves being made right now by the DS that are revolving around how they're going to enact this. It's starting in New York. It's You saw today the stuff going on with Cuomo moves and counter moves. Right as he's making these mandates, he's also getting hit with more charges, more accusations, right? All that stuff. So I think there's obviously a lot of lines in the sand drawn right now, right? So I do think Juan was all, and I will say this right now, okay? If you're willing to hang out in the dark with me at 1 a.m. my time, just hear my thoughts about this, okay? So Juan was the guy that told me that T-Man was not going to be and like it wasn't going to happen like the way we thought. Okay, so for him that he went on there today and like Nino even said, and Nino's like, oh man, I've never seen you this way. Like I'm paraphrasing, but like Juan was almost nervous. Like he had a lot going on, and then like in the beginning of the video, he's like, hey, he told Nino way more I think than they're gonna talk about in the video. I think they went way further. So I don't know. It's interesting. I won't make this video too long. Um, but I think it's worth checking out. It's pretty interesting, and I do have a really cool video I'm gonna make. So, guys, Oh, I got one live viewer, man. Oh, it's such a low number. But look, I got a video coming up. I just got back from Sedona. I went, I did do the UFO thing, and I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna try to up the game a little bit on the production value for that video because it was really cool. I'm gonna talk about my experience out in Sedona last week at a, you know, using the UFO, uh, using the tech necessary to see the UFOs. Right, I had the night vision goggles, I had the lasers, okay, and I got some audio recorded because it was really dark. Um, of what we did out there in Sedona, man, it's really cool, and I don't want to spoil it, but uh, yeah, there's a lot going on. So I'll be back with that. Definitely check out the Nino and Juan video if you're, especially if you're like me and you're just like you can't get over how, or for a long time you couldn't get over how T-Man could possibly be a white hat and at the same time, you know, pull that jazz, right? So check it out, and we'll be back with some good content here pretty soon. Take care.